Final warning. Archangel Michael is protecting a life-changing miracle assigned to you. But what happens if you don't open this will shock you. It will be the final warning has been released from the halls of heaven. This is not a message for the curious. This is not a message for the casual. This is not a message for those who scroll by without feeling the fire in their spirit. This is a final warning, a divine summons, a call sealed by the sword of Archangel Michael himself. There is a miracle with your name on it, inscribed long ago in the records of heaven. It has been guarded, watched over, and fiercely protected through battles you never saw, through delays you thought were denials. But now the moment has come. A life-altering assignment hovers in the balance, and only the chosen will sense its weight. This miracle was never ordinary. It was never cheap. It was never meant for crowds or public celebration. It was hand-picked for you, tailored to your calling, crafted for your breakthrough. And right now, Archangel Michael, heaven's fiercest warrior, stands at the gates of your destiny with sword drawn, watching, waiting, warring. Because what's being released is no ordinary blessing. It is a shift so deep, so sacred, that only silence can reveal its full power. Only stillness can make room for what is about to be spoken in your spirit. But I must ask you, what happens if you don't open this? What happens if the warning is ignored? What happens if you turn away before the voice of God completes what it began in you? The consequences are not spoken lightly, but they are real. For every miracle has an appointed time. Every divine window has a seal. And what you delay in faith, you might forfeit in fear. This is not to bring panic, but precision. Not fear, but focus. This moment requires the stillness of soul, the silence of surrender, the holy hush where heaven whispers secrets to the obedient. You will not hear this among the noise of the world. You will not see it in the ordinary path. You will only feel the weight of this message if your spirit has already been stirred in the night, wakened by something you couldn't explain. Until now, this is your confirmation. This is your final call. This is your divine appointment. Type "I receive this final warning" in the comments if you feel this message is yours. Blessing code 1444 is now surrounding you. Heaven interrupts you today. This is no coincidence. By sunrise, the angelic realms are already in motion. By the next 48 hours, what you do, or fail to do, will determine what opens, what closes, and what cannot be undone. The time is not tomorrow. It is not next week. It is not when you feel ready. The time is now. Heaven does not interrupt without cause. Heaven does not send Michael, the chief of the heavenly host, without reason. This message is not just timely. It is divine protocol, and it is sealed in fire and light. Listen now, not with your ears, but with your spirit. There are moments in a person's life where the natural realm bends, where time folds in upon itself, where the seen gives way to the unseen, and this is one of those moments. This is not imagination. This is not intuition. This is a heavenly intervention. Archangel Michael has been dispatched not merely to protect you, but to protect something sacred that belongs to you. A miracle, a mandate, a divine instruction that is tied to your very destiny. There are miracles that come through seasons, but this one is different. This is the miracle that breaks cycles, This is the miracle that writes timelines. This is the miracle that realigns generations. It has been guarded by divine forces. It has been kept hidden from premature exposure. And now, it is ready to be revealed, but only to those chosen to carry it. Let me speak clearly. Not everyone is permitted to handle this revelation. Not everyone is strong enough to carry the weight of this blessing. That's why there has been pressure. That's why there's been confusion. That's why the warfare has been relentless. Not because you're weak, but because what is being born through you is weighty, is holy. And heaven had to test your spirit in fire before releasing it. You are not listening by accident. This message did not stumble across your path. It was commanded into your timeline. Before you ever woke up today, angels were moving. Before you ever clicked this, a scroll was opened with your name etched in heavenly ink. You are being called into a moment where the veil is being lifted, but only for those who can discern. Archangel Michael now stands at your side. He guards the entrance of this revelation, not to keep you out, but to keep intruders away. This is your scroll, your moment, your warning, your miracle. And this is the hour of unveiling. The realms are not quiet. The air is not still. Can you feel it? Something sacred is breaking open. Do not wait for confirmation when heaven is already calling. Do not wait for validation when God Himself is the voice. The hourglass is tipping. The heavens are leaning. You are not late, but you must be ready. The silence of God does not mean absence. It means activation. He has already spoken. Now it's time to respond. In the next 48 hours, line your actions with faith. Prepare your heart. Cleanse your atmosphere. Guard your gates. Because when Archangel Michael protects a miracle, it is not ordinary. It is eternal. It is holy. It is irreversible. Type "I am covered by Michael's sword" in the comments if this message is for you. Blessing code 888 is now activated over your timeline. They can feel it, but they cannot name it. There are eyes on you. Not all are watching with love. Not all are smiling with truth. In the quiet corners, in the shadows of your circle, some are whispering. Some are wondering. Some are waiting. They sense something is about to shift in your life, but they do not know it's a miracle. They do not know it's divine. They do not know it's sealed by heaven, guarded by Archangel Michael himself. And because they do not understand it, they misread it, mislabel it, and some even envy it. You felt it, haven't you? The change in how they speak to you. The way their tone feels different. The subtle shade behind the compliment. The smile that doesn't quite reach their eyes. You feel it. Your spirit picks it up, even when your mind tries to brush it off. That's not paranoia. That's discernment. That's your anointing alerting you. You're not imagining things. Heaven is placing distance between you and distractions. You are being pulled out, not pushed away. You are being sanctified, not isolated. Because the miracle that is approaching cannot survive in contaminated atmospheres. It cannot be exposed to the jealousy of the blind, nor the criticism of the uncalled. And so God has allowed emotional disruption. He has permitted discomfort. He has let things feel unsettled, not to punish you, but to protect what He's about to release through you. You are being disrupted because you are about to be delivered. Have you asked yourself lately, why do I feel this tension in the spirit? Why do I feel both excitement and fear? Why do I feel both peace and pressure? That is the weight of birthing. That is the sound of heaven moving in your direction. The divine is not gentle when it breaks cycles. The holy is not quiet when it exposes enemies. And make no mistake, you have been walking among some who are not for you. God allowed it for a season, but the season has expired. This pressure you're under is not punishment, it's preparation. It's the sound of your wings being stretched in the invisible realm. It's the breaking of chains and dimensions you cannot see. Every restless night, every confusing conversation, every delay, every disappointment, every door that closed, all of it was heaven's way of redirecting you into alignment. You must understand, your emotional turbulence is not emotional weakness. It is spiritual sensitivity. When the spirit realm begins to shift, your physical body responds. Your mind may call it stress, but your soul knows it as warfare. Archangel Michael has drawn his sword, and every spiritual enemy that tried to delay, deny, or derail you, they are now being dealt with. But God needed you still long enough to discern the separation. He needed your heart soft enough to release what cannot go with you. You're not crazy. You're being called. You're not losing your grip. You're gaining vision. And everything that feels unstable is being shaken loose, because the foundation for your next season requires purity, sacredness, power. So if the tears have come, let them come. If the confusion has risen, let it rise. If the silence has fallen, embrace it. Because through it all, heaven is whispering, this is the hour. This is the miracle. This is what I preserved you for. Type I will not miss my miracle in the comments if this section stirred your spirit. Blessing code 1221 is now breaking false alignments around you. If this message is confirming what your spirit already felt, if the tears came at just the right moment, if you know this was heaven's voice disguised in this message, then hear this. You are part of this move of God. When you give, you're not donating to a platform. You're sowing into the rivers of revelation, into the oil that touches souls across the world. Give, and it shall be given to you, not just in money, but in answered prayers, in divine encounters, in prophetic clarity. I hear this for someone. Your giving today is the obedience that unlocks the very thing you've been fasting for. I've built this channel for warriors like you, and when you support, you become part of the fire that spreads God's word to the nations. You can activate your support right now through Super Thanks, through membership, or directly through the PayPal link in the video description below. This is more than generosity. It's prophetic alignment. Sow into your own miracle. Let the heavens witness your yes. The battle is real, but so is the victory assigned to you. You may not have seen the arrows, but you felt the warfare. You may not have heard the slander, but your spirit has picked up the vibration of betrayal. You may not have touched the blade, but the bruises of the unseen still ache in your soul. And let me speak it with fire. This conflict is not random. This pressure is not by chance. This storm is not without a reason. It is spiritual. It is strategic. And it is proof that you are chosen. The attack you face was orchestrated to weaken you, distract you, and delay the miracle Michael has been assigned to protect. This is not about them. This is about the enemy's last attempt to make you forfeit what is coming. He doesn't need to steal it if he can convince you to surrender it. But you must hear this now. You were born for this battle. You were marked for this confrontation. And heaven is watching how you respond. Not with panic, not with performance, but with stillness, with silence, with surrendered power. Your conflict is not just happening in the physical. It's echoing in the spirit realm. Every tear you've cried hath been documented. Every prayer you've whispered has been echoed in angelic halls. You are not unseen. You are not unheard. And you are not unguarded. Archangel Michael is fighting not just beside you. He is fighting ahead of you. Where your words fall short, his sword speaks loud. Where your strength runs out, his authority breaks through. There is a reason why the warfare has intensified. The enemy doesn't fight what isn't a threat. He doesn't waste energy on the average. He attacks the anointed. And you, yes, you, have been walking with a fragrance that hell recognizes. You've been carrying a destiny that hell tried to cancel. But what God seals, no demon can unsign. What God ordains, no warfare can override. The presence of the storm is not proof of abandonment. It is proof of your elevation. But listen closely. Your reactions are keys in this season. Your silence will break more than your shouting. Your stillness will confuse more than your striving. This is the hour to listen, not lash out. To kneel, not to fight in the flesh. Because this war is not about people. It is about principalities. This is a spiritual courtroom, and your posture matters. Heaven is watching your restraint. Heaven is measuring your responses. And every time you choose prayer over petness, worship over worry, and stillness over striking, you are unlocking doors that no man can shut. This is not about winning the argument. It's about securing your anointing. You are not being silenced. You are being sanctified. You are not being rejected. You are being redirected. And listen now, your name is not forgotten. It has been spoken in the councils of heaven. It has been recorded in scrolls carried by angels. You are not just known, you are remembered. You are not just protected, you are prioritized. And every movement in the unseen right now is tied to a single truth. Your destiny is about to manifest. So keep your posture holy. Keep your spirit aligned. Keep your eyes on the flame. Because while the world sees chaos, the angels see construction. While the enemy thinks you're falling apart, heaven knows you're being put together. Type "I choose stillness" over striving in the comments if your spirit is aligned with this word. Blessing code 1313 is now protecting your every step. The heavens are not silent, and neither are your enemies. Hear this, child of light. The spiritual atmosphere is thick right now. Thick with movement. Thick with decisions. Thick with plotting. There are forces, both seen and unseen, ranging themselves around you, and the clock of heaven is ticking louder. This is not a time to relax. This is not a time to drift. This is not a time to dismiss what your spirit has been sensing. Because within the next 72 hours, the pressure will rise. Something is shifting behind the veil. Something is stirring in the shadows. Someone is moving, deciding, aligning, either in your favor or against you. And while your eyes may not yet see it, Your soul has already caught it. That sense of unease, that sudden weight in your chest, that sharp edge in the atmosphere, is not natural. It is spiritual. In prophetic, heaven has issued a warning, not to frighten you, but to prepare you, because the adversary is trying to move ahead of schedule. There are whispers in the enemy's camp about your name. There are conversations in hidden rooms, attempts to derail what God has destined for you. People are being influenced. Minds are being twisted. Tongues are being loosed. And yet, they still don't realize what they are touching. They still don't see who's backing you. They have no idea that Archangel Michael has already drawn his sword and taken his stance beside your name. But don't misinterpret this moment. Heaven isn't calling you to fight in the flesh. You are not being summoned to defend yourself. You are being warned so you can prepare your spirit. You are being shown glimpses so you can stay ahead of the schemes. God is allowing fragments of truth to fall before you, flashes of conversation, strange behavior, unexpected tension, all so that your discernment sharpens. This is not a time for denial. This is a time for spiritual readiness. The pressure you feel isn't a breakdown. It's a build-up. Something is coming to a head. And whether it manifests through confrontation, a surprise message, a shift in alignment, or a sudden door opening or closing, you must remain anchored in the spirit. Because one wrong emotional reaction can delay what heaven is trying to accelerate. You may feel exhausted. You may feel confused. But do not let your soul be deceived. You are not under attack because you're weak. You are under attack because you're about to step into something that terrifies the enemy. Something irreversible. Something blessed. Something sealed. And the enemy knows that if he can distract you long enough, he can distort what you've been positioned to receive. You must understand this truth. The real battle is not for your peace. It is for your decision. Because if you choose fear, the enemy wins. But if you choose faith, heaven releases the next instruction. That's why the pressure is rising. That's why the dreams feel heavier. That's why you keep waking in the night, because the spirit realm is louder than usual. Your miracle is closer than ever before. This is the final press before the pouring. This is the last push before the promise. This is the 72-hour window where heaven watches, not just your actions, but your atmosphere. Keep it clean. Keep it still. Keep it holy. Let them plot. Let them talk. Let them move. But you stay aligned. Because what is for you is already guarded. Type "I will not break under pressure" in the comments if you are standing strong. Blessing code 1717 now rests on your home, your mind, and your destiny. When you are still, heaven fights louder. Be still. Let that holy command echo through the chambers of your mind. Be still. Not because you are weak, not because you are defeated, but because heaven is in motion, and your stillness is not passive, it is powerful. When the warriors of God rise, the chosen must bow. When the sword of Archangel Michael is unsheathed, your assignment is no longer to defend. It is to discern, to pray, and to align. Child of the Most High, this is the moment where silence becomes a weapon. Not all warfare is loud. Not all battles are fought with shouting. There are victories that are won in the quiet. There are wars that end when the soul refuses to panic. The enemy expects you to react. to lash out, to spiral into confusion. But what he does not anticipate is your stillness, your holy refusal to entertain chaos. That's where the real power is. That's when Archangel Michael steps forward. You don't need to clap back. You don't need to prove yourself. You don't need to explain what God is doing in your life. The miracle being guarded was not meant to be defended by you. It was assigned heavenly protection before you ever even knew it was coming. The enemy may throw words, but heaven has built walls. And those walls are not made of brick. They are made of covenant. Divine covenant. Unbreakable. Sealed in blood. Covered in fire. There are angels encamped around you right now. This is not just poetic imagery. It is your spiritual reality. And though your physical eyes may not perceive it, your spirit has already felt the shift. That moment you stepped into stillness, when you chose to hold your peace, something in the heavens moved. It wasn't weakness, it was wisdom. The kind of wisdom that frustrates the enemy because it pulls the battle out of his hands and places it into God's. You were never meant to fight this alone. You were never meant to carry this weight without assistance. This is why Michael was dispatched. This is why your dreams have changed. This is why the people around you can feel your energy shift, even if they can't name it. You are under divine lockdown. You are under holy covering. And anything trying to reach you must pass through angels first. But you must do your part. Stay in the quiet. Stay in the secret place. Do not leak divine instruction through careless speech. This is a sacred assignment, and heaven trusts you to hold it with reverence. Guard your words. Guard your energy. Guard your atmosphere. Because one moment of emotional reaction can pierce a spiritual gate. And right now, the gates are being watched. Your prayers are more than words. They are divine alarms. Every time you pray, you summon light. Every time you worship, you confuse the darkness. Every moment you choose peace over pettiness, you realign your path with the will of heaven. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. You are operating in the language of eternity, and heaven is responding. You must remember who you are. You must remember who walks with you. You must remember that what is forming around you is bigger than a feeling. It is a fortress. It is divine insulation. It is the holy silence before the greatest miracle of your life reveals itself. Say nothing. Move not. Panic not. For Archangel Michael fights when you do not. Type "I am sheltered in stillness" in the comments if you are ready to let heaven war for you. Blessing code 1441 is now activated to protect what is yours. You are no longer who they thought you were. There is a fire rising in you, and it will not be silenced. It has been forming quietly, deeply, beneath layers of old disappointments, buried under battles you never thought you'd survive. But now, that fire is visible. It is breaking through your atmosphere. And it is heaven's announcement that you are no longer who they thought you were. They thought you were fragile. But God was forming steel in your spirit. They thought you were delayed. But heaven was refining you in divine timing. They thought they buried you, but they did not know you were a seed. The miracle that is coming is not just something that will bless you. It is something that will transform you. It will change how they see you. It will change how you see yourself. Because this is not a season of survival anymore. This is your emergence. You have been forged in fire. You have walked through things that could have killed others. But the fire did not burn you. It branded you. It marked you with heaven's seal. And now, Archangel Michael stands not just as your defender, but as your herald, announcing the arrival of a new version of you that no longer bows to fear. Listen closely. The warfare was never just about delaying your miracle. It was about distorting your identity. It was about convincing you to shrink, to second guess, to settle. But those days are gone. That version of you no longer exists. The voice of doubt has been silenced. The identity crisis has expired. You are no longer at the mercy of others' perception. Because when God changes your atmosphere, you also changes your name in the Spirit. This transformation may not be visible to the world yet, but heaven has already made the announcement. You are not waiting to be approved. You are not hoping to be validated. You have already been chosen, already been affirmed, already been anointed. Your miracle is not coming to a broken version of you. It is arriving in alignment with the empowered, awakened, and unshakable version that's been rising beneath the surface. The shift in your identity has been subtle, but undeniable. Your tolerance for nonsense is gone. Your appetite for spiritual milk has ended. You no longer chase what once distracted you. That's not pride, that's growth. That's God. That's the evidence that what heaven planted in you is now breaking through the soil. You are rising. You are stepping into what was always yours. The authority, the discernment, the clarity, the boldness. You are no longer a victim of cycles. You are no longer imprisoned by old timelines. You are no longer bound to what was. Archangel Michael didn't come to fight for someone weak. He came because you've been promoted in the Spirit. You're not where you used to be. And it's time you begin to walk like it, speak like it, pray like it, live like it. Stop returning to the version of you that's already buried. Stop apologizing for the power you now carry. Stop downplaying the authority heaven placed on your life. You were not chosen to remain hidden. You were refined in private to be revealed in power. This is not arrogance. This is assignment. This is not confidence in self. This is confidence in the God who never left your side. The one who let the fire test you. The one who let the silence mature you. The one who whispered identity into you when everyone else called you by your pain. Now the sword of Michael gleams over your name. Now the angels encamp not just around you, but behind you, backing your every step. Rise in power. Rise in clarity. Rise in purpose. You are not who you were. You are becoming who heaven has always known you to be. Type "I am walking in power" in the comments if this section lit something in you. Blessing code 1818 is now igniting your divine identity. The storm was the sign. Your miracle is being unlocked. Now the mystery begins to unfold. Now the fog begins to lift. Now the fire you've endured begins to reveal what it was always hiding, a miracle. But not just any miracle, your miracle. The one that was tailor-formed before time. The one that carries your name, your purpose, your next elevation. This isn't just about comfort. This is about calling. This isn't just about breakthrough. This is about identity fulfillment. Heaven is not handing you a blessing. Heaven is handing you a blueprint. And I speak this now as a revelation written across the pages of the eternal book. The storm was not meant to destroy you. It was meant to unlock what was hidden. Every delay was divine disguise. Every disappointment was divine redirection. The closed doors, protection, the betrayals, revelation, the silence, activation. And now, because you endured the shaking without letting go of faith, the heavens are moving with deliberate precision to release what has been sealed until now. You've been tested. You've been refined. You've been watched by the courts of heaven. And the verdict is in. You are ready. Not perfect, but ready. Not flawless, but surrendered. The fire that burned away distraction has revealed your true frame. The silence that stripped away noise has retuned your ears to the frequency of God's voice. And now, because you passed the test of the hidden place, the gates of revelation are opening to you. I see doors unlocking, not just metaphorically, but spiritually, legally, even relationally. These are doors no man can shut. These are scrolls that only your obedience can unseal. This is divine access. And the angel assigned to your promise, the mighty Archangel Michael, now stands guard, sword flaming, ensuring that no enemy crosses the threshold of what God is delivering. But do not miss this truth. The revelation was never about something. It was about someone. You. You are the miracle. You are the vessel. You are the carrier of the oil. The storm shaped you. The conflict trained you. The silence tuned you. And now, you are ready to receive what God has always had prepared. I prophesy this into your timeline. Promotions are being released. Divine connections are being revealed. Kingdom resources are aligning to meet your next step. Supernatural insight is being downloaded even now into the hearts of those who hear this and know. This is not just a message, this is their moment. Yes, the pressure came to crush you, but it only purified you. Yes, the confusion came to cloud you, but it only clarified your direction. You're not lost. You're aligned. You're not late. You're on time. And you are not forgotten. You are known. Your name has been spoken in heavenly circles. Your name hath been written in the book of destiny. And right now, the seal is being broken. The scroll is opening. And your miracle is no longer on the way. It's arriving. You may not see it in full, but the shift has begun. The heavens have made their announcement. You will never return to who you were. You will never descend into what once held you. You will never be delayed by the same shadows again. You are in your unlocking. You are in your unveiling. You are in your divine becoming. Type I am ready to receive in the comments if your spirit confirms this word. Blessing code 1919 is now unlocking the next level of your life. If this message confirmed what your soul has been quietly shouting, if you know this miracle is not just coming to you, but through you, then I invite you to do something holy. Step into prophetic alignment by sowing into this move of God. When you give, you become part of heaven's strategy. You help carry this message to the next soul whose miracle is on the edge of manifestation. God says in Isaiah 55:11, "My word shall not return void," and through your support, His word flows with fire across platforms, into prisons, into homes, into forgotten places. Your giving becomes a divine delivery system. This isn't charity. This is assignment. I hear it clearly. There are those who will unlock new dimensions through the act of obedience. You can release your support right now through Super Thanks by becoming a channel member. or through a direct PayPal gift. The link is in the video description below. Don't just receive the word. Sow into the word and watch the oil overflow. Heaven waits for your yes. The gate will not open without it. The scroll is opened. The angels are stationed. The miracle is sealed and ready. But there is one thing heaven is still waiting for: your yes. Not a passive agreement, not a silent nod, but a full-bodied, soul-saturated yes that echoes through every layer of your being. A yes that sounds like obedience. A yes that moves like surrender. A yes that walks, even when it doesn't yet see the path. Because now, in this moment, destiny is waiting on activation, and you hold the key. Child of purpose, you cannot cry for breakthrough and hesitate when the door opens. You cannot ask for miracles and reject the motion required to receive them. There is no such thing as passive destiny. Every prophecy requires partnership. Every miracle demands movement. And heaven is not about to force something into your life that your spirit is not aligned to receive. This is your call to rise. Not emotionally, not temporarily, but spiritually, strategically, prophetically. This is the hour when the atmosphere is bending in your favor, but you must step into it. You must choose to speak the word, to pray the prayer, to take the step. What was once blocked is now available. But heaven does not bless hesitation. It blesses obedience. And don't be fooled. Delay is still disobedience in disguise. The enemy would love for you to believe you have time, that you can wait until you feel more certain, more qualified, more financially secure, more emotionally settled. But faith doesn't wait for village. Faith creates the atmosphere villain can enter. Faith doesn't need the map. It follows the voice. And right now, the voice of the Lord is speaking to you through every beat of this message. Move. Move forward. Move in faith. Move without confirmation from people. Move because heaven already confirmed it. There are decisions you've been circling for too long. Relationships you've known were expired but kept entertaining. Ideas that dropped into your spirit but you kept waiting for the perfect time. Child of God, the time is now. This is your activation. The gate is open. Archangel Michael is on post. The scroll has been read. What more are you waiting for? You were not designed to live in hesitation. You were not created to survive in indecision. You were born to advance. You were chosen to break barriers. You were anointed to carry weight in the unseen realm. And that weight does not rest on those who are still asking for permission from people who were never part of the promise. You must rise now. Declare what God has already spoken. Pray like you've already won. Walk like the miracle is already unfolding. Because your actions are the match that will ignite the next movement. Angels respond to sound. Miracles respond to movement. And heaven moves at the speed of your yes. Don't look for another sign. You are the sign. You are the evidence that God is still birthing destiny through unexpected vessels. You are the reminder that obedience always opens doors. You are the confirmation that what the enemy tried to bury is now rising in fire and glory. So activate it. Speak it. Move in it. Write it down. Declare it. Sow into it. Prophecy over it. Let your yes be louder than your fear. Let your obedience be stronger than your hesitation. Because when you say yes, heaven says now. Type my YES activates heaven in the comments if you are ready to move into destiny. Blessing code 2020 is now initiating your next level. While you sleep, heaven speaks. While you cry, heaven records. Here is a divine transaction unfolding, and it's happening in silence. In the invisible realm, beyond your physical senses, something is being negotiated. Something is being retrieved. What was stolen is being restored. And it's not through noise. It's not through public announcement. It's not through performance. It's happening in the quiet, while you sleep, while you cry, while you sit in the stillness wondering if anything is actually changing. Let this truth enter you like thunder in the spirit. Heaven has not forgotten what you lost. Heaven has not overlooked the pain that shattered you. The betrayal. The delay. The opportunity that was snatched from you unjustly. The favor that felt like it vanished. The doors that slammed without explanation. You thought it was over. You thought you missed your moment. But what you didn't know is that while you mourned, angels moved. While you wept, scrolls were opened. While you kept quiet in obedience, Michael stepped into a heavenly courtroom with your name on his lips. There's an exchange happening. There is a transaction underway in the heavenly realms. Something is being reversed. Something is being reordered. Something is being rewritten in your favor. And the proof is the restlessness you've been feeling. The strange sense of discomfort in the atmosphere. The dream interruptions. The moments you wake up at 3 a.m. with no reason. That's not coincidence. That's not anxiety. That is spiritual activity. Your soul knows before your mind does. Because the spirit realm is not passive. It is loud. It is alive. And when a chosen one like you walks through fire and keeps worshiping, the spiritual realm cannot stay still. Your prayers are not just whispers. They are negotiations. Your worship is not just sound. It is warfare. Your tears are not weakness. They are prophetic water. Heaven records every drop. And now, the record is being used to return what was taken. You are not empty. You are not too late. You are not too broken. What you lost is being brought back, but when it returns, it won't look the same. It'll be refined, multiplied, upgraded. The job you lost will be replaced by a position of purpose. The friendship that betrayed you will be replaced by a covenant-level connection. The money that was stolen will return as provision and prosperity. God never just restores, He redefines. And all of this, all of it, is being arranged in silence. You won't see the meeting, but you'll feel the miracle. You won't hear the discussion, but you'll live the decision. Heaven doesn't always show you the process, because your faith is not built in visibility. It's built in trust. Trust that God still fights for you. Trust that Archangel Michael still stands on your behalf. Trust that your obedience was not in vain. This is the beauty of the quiet ones. The ones who don't retaliate. The ones who don't broadcast their pain. The ones who cry in private and worship in public. Heaven always rewards those who trust the silence. And now, that reward is coming. Wicked. Fully. Undeniably. So if you've been feeling unsettled, know this. It is because your spirit is picking up the shift. You are not wrong to feel the tension. You are not mistaken to feel the pressure. The pressure is heaven's indicator that a silent exchange is taking place. You're on the edge of manifestation, and the atmosphere knows it. Let the silence continue. Let heaven finish its work. Because when this miracle shows up, it will not come with warning. It will not come with a knock. It will arrive like a sudden wind, a divine return, a restoration you never thought you'd see again. Type restore it all, Lord, in the comments if your spirit has felt the silence before the shift. Blessing code 2323 is releasing divine returns into your timeline now. What they meant for evil, God has already reversed. Heaven has a justice system, and it moves in silence, but strikes in power. It may not look like the justice you expected. No courtrooms, no headlines, no apologies. But what heaven decrees, no man, no demon, no jealous spirit can override. This is the hour of divine reversal, and the gavel of the Most High has already dropped. What they plotted against you will return to them tenfold. You must understand, child of God, when you are chosen, you are covered. That means even in the betrayal, you were protected. Even in the slander, you were sanctified. Even in the sabotage, you were strategically preserved. Nothing escaped the eyes of God. No action went unnoticed. Every private conversation, every twisted word, every scheme in secret was witnessed by angels who now stand before the throne reporting on your behalf. And let this pierce through every lie that tried to make you feel small. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not powerless. What they did behind closed doors did not cancel your destiny. It confirmed it. Because only the anointed are attacked with such intensity. Only the chosen draw this level of spiritual opposition. And now, the divine courts have ruled. Reversal has begun. Watch closely in the days ahead. The very mouths that mocked you will be silenced. The very hands that tried to block you will tremble. The very traps they set will become their own snares. Because God is not just restoring you. He is making a public statement through your life. Touch not my anointed, and do my prophets no harm. The oil on your life is speaking louder than the lies spoken against you. The delays they caused were deemed. A confusion they stirred, cleared. The relationships they poisoned, replaced. And the positions they thought they stole from you, reinstated with interest. Because when God moves, He doesn't just give back what was taken. He multiplies what was lost. He elevates what was buried. He reverses what the enemy celebrated as a win. And I hear this clearly. The reversal is already in motion. Not next month. Not next year. Now. Right now, heaven is rerouting what was wrongfully redirected. Right now, angels are closing the mouths of those who spoke curses. Right now, what was meant to delay you is being turned into fuel for your divine launch. But this is more than personal justice, this is spiritual vindication. Because this moment isn't just about you. It's about God proving His hand was always on your life. He let them watch your struggle so they could also witness your sudden rise. He allowed the shaking so the breakthrough would be undeniable. What they thought was your ending is about to become your elevation. You don't have to fight. You don't have to retaliate. Heaven is your witness and your warrior. Archangel Michael is not done. The sword has not been sheathed. The justice being released is not emotional. It is eternal. You are not the victim of someone else's decision anymore. You are the evidence of God's reversal. Every curse is flipping. Every closed door is unlocking. Every false report is dissolving in the fire of God. And you, the one they wrote off, the one they betrayed, the one they lied on, you are rising. Let them watch. Let them wonder. Let them whisper. Because heaven is moving loudly. Type Divine Justice is mine in the comments if this section confirms your vindication. Lesson Code 2424 is now enforcing spiritual reversal in your favor. You are sealed, seen, and sent. Archangel Michael has guarded your breakthrough. This is your final confirmation. This is your divine assurance. You have not imagined the warfare. You have not fabricated the shift. You have not exaggerated the weight. You have simply entered a miracle that required angelic protection. And now, as the storm fades, as the veil lifts, as the weight begins to lighten, you stand on the edge of something heaven has guarded since the beginning of time. Archangel Michael, heaven's mightiest warrior, was not sent for small matters. He does not war for random promises or casual believers. He was dispatched because your life carries weight, because your assignment is sacred, because your miracle is destiny-altering. He was sent because what's being birthed through you has the power to shift others, not just yourself. There is a miracle with your name etched into it, a scroll that bears your instruction, a door that will only open when you arrive. And now that moment is here. All of heaven has watched you. They've seen the silence you endured. They've recorded the restraint you practiced. They've honored the integrity you refused to let go of, even when no one else was looking. You didn't collapse. You didn't compromise. You didn't curse what was crushing you. You stayed. You obeyed. You believe. And now the gates of heaven are fully open. Your name hath been sealed into this next season. What was withheld is now released. What was guarded is now granted. What was heavy is now holy. The covering over you is not just protection. It is preparation for the rise. Let every fear now fall off you. Let every voice of delay now be silenced. Let every lingering doubt dissolve. For you are no longer beneath the weight. You are rising above it. You are no longer hidden. You are being revealed. You are no longer in waiting. You are in walking. A miracle you almost missed is now becoming the miracle you will carry. To walk in confidence. Speak in clarity. Move in boldness. And rest in this eternal truth. You are sealed. You are seen. You are sent. Archangel Michael still walks with you. But not just as a guard, now as a witness. He has fought for your miracle. And now he watches you walk into it. This is your divine moment. This is your final warning fulfilled. Heaven's time has come. Type I am sealed for my destiny in the comments if you know this miracle was assigned to you. Lesson Code 3333 is now completing what heaven started. If this final word sealed what your spirit already knew, if you know this was more than a message, this was your moment, then I invite you to take a divine step beyond just listening. You can sow into this word, not for me, but for the next soul that needs to hear heaven speak like this. Your giving becomes a spiritual echo. It becomes a seed that multiplies miracles. As you bless this channel through super thanks, membership, or directly through PayPal link below, You are helping carry this fire into dark places, into souls forgotten, into warriors weary, into the very ones heaven is pursuing next. This is not fundraising. This is faith-raising. This is obedience. This is prophetic partnership. God said it clearly in Malachi 3:10. Test me in this, says the Lord, and see if I will not open the windows of heaven. This is your open window moment. Step into alignment. Let your support be a spiritual yes. So now, heaven is watching and responding.